Hi guys, I hope this video finds you well. Guys, yesterday, your first lady, she was, in one of these Yoruba static condo. Now, this lady, Convoy, by a 7-year-old child. He by the child. The news was everywhere. But guys, do you know what? Then, as usual, they instructed the commissioner of police. You understand? The police are, to come and debunk the news that it wasn't a convoy, that it was another car. They tried to pursue the car. The question I want to say first, before I allow you watch the video from Arise, did you guys remember how those nursing school students, right? How they said that she's not their mother in that event now in that recently in Asabarada. That is not. Guess what? They also sent the host of the school to come and debunk. Remember, this is the trademark of APC. We know them. Are you guys understanding me? The obvious thing that happened like this, they will send to come and debunk with lies. You understand? To come and debunk with lies. You understand? So the shameful part is this. All news carried it to. The way this police now, the question is it not time for APC, this government, to realize that just the way it is difficult for the head of a camel, okay, just the way you cannot get truth from the mouth of Satan, so also you can never get it from the mouth of APC. It is easier for the head of a camel to go through the head of a needle than to get anything that look like truth from APC and Tinubu government. So this police talking now, so you expect somebody like me now to believe a Pablo Escobar that said, because they wanted endorsement, they went to hire street boys to wear bishop robe. They like that this was a bishop. What games have they not played? What kind of life have they not like? This one shocked me.
Entirely false, reckless, and without any factual foundation. Well, joining us now to discuss what happened in the state is Wilfred Olatokunbo Afolabi, who's the Commissioner of Police in Ondo State. Welcome to the morning show, Commissioner. Thank you for joining us here. If you could give us a comprehensive view of what actually happened so we can understand the situation we find ourselves in here today.
Thank you, and good morning. Yesterday, the First Lady was around, and she was received at Akure Airport. Unfortunately, I was among the officers that were at the airport to receive her, and I was equally also in the convoy that took her from the airport to the dome where she had her first event. After her convoy had passed, after the road closed, we heard of an unfortunate incident that a white Lexus Jeep hit a 10-year-old girl at Obale. The DPO drew my attention to that, and I went there in person. And while there, I met eyewitnesses and the relatives of the deceased. The eyewitnesses I met there confirmed that the vehicle wasn't in the First Lady's convoy, and that they even made efforts to pursue the white Lexus. But unfortunately, being a fast-moving vehicle, they could not catch up with him. And the relatives of the deceased had that. I commiserated with them and only told them that after the whole event, I'll be there to pay them condolence visit. That's exactly what happened. It was a big surprise to me when in the evening time, somebody sent some publications to me, revealing that one of the vehicles in the First Lady's convoy went out of his way to go and hit that innocent girl. That's blatant lie. I would even refer to it as a diabolical lie. Nothing like that happened. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Commissioner of Police. So, what are some of the efforts that are being made to apprehend the owner or the driver of this vehicle that you have identified. Have you been able to identify the actual culprit? And what are the developments around that?
Thank you very much. On receipt of this information, and when it was communicated to me, we quickly went on the radio, relayed it to all our nicking points and other places where we have roadblocks. Like if you see any white Lexus Jeep with blood stains or maybe with dent in front, that the vehicle should be stopped and apprehended. But this I can confirm to you that up to this very moment, we have not yet gotten any result. But the assurance I can give you is that already the sketchy information we have, we are working on it. And I believe with God on our side, we'll get the culprits arrested.
Okay, Honorable Commissioner, the same police that is always very quick to jump to conclusions and say, oh, this is what happened, is still looking for information, investigating, and all of that. In this particular case, under your watch. The report was that, oh, you are claiming that what was reported was false, was baseless, it's a fabrication. What exactly is false? What exactly is baseless? And what is the rule about convoy movement for the purpose of educating Nigerians? And what do you think could have really gone wrong? And then what is exactly the type of vehicle involved? Some reports say Hilux vehicle. You are using the word Jeep. There is a clear difference between Hilux and a Jeep. Is it that the Ondo State Police Command cannot even make up his mind the kind of vehicle involved in this incident?
Thank you so much, Dr. Abati, who have followed for decades. And thank God I'm having the privilege of relating with you this morning. Every convoy has its own number. And the vehicles that are to be included in the convoy are determined, at least, by officials that comes from the presidential guide. And that was done. And in fact, I will even say I was fortunate that they allowed me to be in it. So all these things are well regulated. There is no way a vehicle like a Lexus Jeep would have been allowed, a private vehicle would have been allowed in that convoy. That convoy that I saw yesterday, the vehicle, even the people who followed the First Lady entered into a bus. From Abuja, they were in the bus. From Abuja, they were in the bus. In that convoy, it wasn't much. And the vehicles were selected. And I can give it to you authoritatively, Dr. Abati, that there was no Lexus Jeep in that convoy. And the good thing there is that we had road open, road closed. And you know what that implied. So the road closed have passed before this incident occurred. And any other vehicle coming at the back, it is assumed that is not part of the First Lady's convoy. And about the issue of Hilux, white Hilux, see, Dr. Abati, in the morning of yesterday, I had to correct a journalist who went out of his way without verifying information. I went and published it. It was a case of kidnapping. The kidnapping did not take place in Ondo State. It took place in Edo State. But because of this idea of not verifying information, he went and put Ofusu, Ondo, whereas the incident did not happen in my state. And it's that same journalist who published this thing. So, what I'm just trying to say is that when journalists don't verify issues, they put a question mark on whatever it is they're publicizing.
Okay, so
I don't know how to say it again. But
believe
me, because
while we have you on the line, I think it would be a great opportunity for us to verify a few things. Of course, just a couple of weeks ago, there were some protests held in Ondo State, in Akure. There were some groups that even carried bodies of deceased people to Government House, protesting insecurity in the state. What's the current security situation like in Ondo State?
Thank you very much. I cannot deny the fact that we've had our own fair share of security challenges. Like when I reported we had the war crisis. But anybody from that axis will tell you that, yeah, there was a crisis, but many of the boys who perpetrated that act, many of them were arrested. And in the course of arresting them, we made a recovery of many firearms. And today now, always calm. Also, kidnapping too was a very serious challenge But the good thing there is that from January 2025 to March 2025, at least we arrested many kidnappers, we screened them, and at least those with overwhelming evidences of their involvement in kidnapping, or those that we were able to establish a prima facie case of kidnapping against them, were 20. 14 have been charged to court, while the other ones, we retain them because we still need them to provide other evidences that we have, in getting orders. So no one is denying the fact that we've had our own fair share of challenges as they pertain to kidnapping, but it's a big feat if at least we can boast of having arrested 20 confirmed kidnappers. And the exercise is still on. Well, I want to at the same time thank the IG, but he really showed much concern. He brought a drone. The governor, so I really need to thank him.
CP.